Hello, everybody. This is Amelia, your intuitive empath, and I recently started a new video series. This one could go on for who knows how long. It's called Story Segments, and it's really the making of an empath. That was the title of the first video I did, The Making of an Empath. So, oftentimes we are born more highly sensitive than others, and then society can often tend to whitewash that or desensitize us or condition us, groom us even, all the words to strip away our beautiful sensitivity that makes us us as we are an empath. So these story segments are going to bounce all around. They're going to be kind of all over the place. Whatever comes up in the moment is what is meant to be shared. So if you're meant to see this video now, it's probably meant for you. If not, that's okay. If you don't feel drawn to watching it, just find another video. It's kind of fun to go through someone's YouTube channel and just randomly pick one because you're an intuitive empath. You are. And oftentimes, whatever you were led to choosing, it's meant for you in that moment. So this video was really focusing for me on 10 years ago. With my energies, I don't often put a lot of stock into anniversaries, remembrances, birthdays even. I celebrate my kids' birthdays, yes. But for myself, I've always been like, what's the point? And that could just be my soul. And so that doesn't matter. But 10 years ago, I have paid attention to the fact that 10 years ago, I was very sick. I saw a picture of myself almost exactly 10 years ago with my 2-year-old daughter. I said, who is that? Who is that? I don't even know. I looked like I could have been fresh out of a concentration camp. Not that I was that emaciated, but I looked that sick, in my opinion. So the fact that younger girls are saying I look like I'm in my 20s right now, that's probably why I've done so much healing. But 10 years ago, I was in a very, very extremely narcissistic, abusive, toxic marriage with 2 little kids. And I was also working part-time as a teacher in the school system. I taught the gifted and talented students, which I loved. Didn't necessarily love the system, but I loved the teaching part of it. And just piece by piece, I started to, in 2012, this big switch in the world, by the way. If you're not familiar with that, in 2012, I had a lot of shifting going on in my life, a lot of trials, a lot of ups and downs. I was cheated on while I was pregnant with my youngest daughter. That was right before 2012. Yeah. A lot of stuff happened, and it just built up and built up and built up. Years of financial abuse, narcissistic, verbal, all the kinds of abuse you can pretty much think of, gaslighting. It just built up in my system. I did not know how to release it. So that year I had decided to quit my job. It was just too much. I couldn't handle it. I was doing everything by myself. I was home alone all the time with the kids. He was off doing his thing. He's also an alcoholic. And so it was extremely draining for this empath, and the expectations were too high, and I had nothing left to give. I tried and tried and tried. So I quit my job, got through my youngest daughter's 2nd birthday, and then the very next day my health decided to go. It crashed, and it crashed hard. It crashed really hard, and I woke up with a 147 heart rate, and my blood pressure was all over the place, super low. I was dizzy, I was nauseous, I couldn't do anything. I didn't feel steady on my feet. My adrenals basically had enough. It took me a long time to physically bounce back from that, all while having a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. It was a challenge, and no support from the spouse. So there was some more to that piece, I think. But really, that's the summary of it. It really caused me to awaken. It caused me to begin my awakening journey on a deeper level. Like I said, I had already started the process. I'd done a lot of work even 5 to 7 years prior to that. But it really caused me to reevaluate everything in my life and go, what's really going on here? I don't understand. Nothing makes sense. Because everything crashed. Everything crashed hard. So steadily, I began to wake up and to heal and to educate myself on narcissism and educate myself on spirituality and really just tune back into who I was as a gifted healer. I doubted that forever. It's not until recently I've been calling myself that word, healer. So that was really a foundational tipping point, turning point, whatever you want to call it, for my next phase, which I'm still in. Just growth, 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 growth. And it's only gotten better since then. Lots of twists and turns, lots of interesting things have happened around that time to really bring me where I am today. But I am beyond grateful. And I think that's where I had to end up, was being grateful for all of that. Because without that, would I have really, truly awakened to who I am as an intuitive empath? And just someone who loves working with people to help them heal and understand that they also have that same capability to do what I do in my mentorship program and all these things. Still love teaching, even though I'm not a public school teacher anymore. But I really had to, I can't even read my handwriting here. I had to just clear all the toxic ideas, toxic patterns, toxic relationships, toxic everything. I've always been kind of a purist, but I just really had to reevaluate what I was allowing in my life and to move on from there and to grow and to heal. And here I am, still doing the same, still healing, still working through pieces of that. And I love to help other people do the same. So on that note, I am also being... I am part of a summit called, Recovering After Narcissistic Abuse. I think that's what it's called. I will post a link below and start sharing that with you guys, but I wish you a beautiful day. If you'd like to join my mentorship group or just have a healing session with me or find other like-minded empaths, those links are below. So what about your story has caused you to grow, to heal, to look at your life in a new way? What about that has either forced you to look at it or gently nudged you? Whatever the case may be, is I just wish healing on all of you and growth and just new light for your experiences. So talk to you soon. Have a lovely day.